It's 5 o'clock. I'm just going to give it a few minutes for people to join us. I am 5 minutes from my house. I'd hoped to be home by now, but I'm going as fast as I can, and I can't get there any faster. So it is what it is. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at the road, and we'll be home in just a minute. The reason that I am out on the road is because I had a piece of equipment that we used today, and the equipment needed to be returned between 4 and 5, and it's a half an hour there and a half an hour back, and we weren't done using the piece of equipment until exactly 4 o'clock. And it's been we would have been done earlier, but it was a ditch digger thingy, and there were some problems with using it because there was a lot of underground roots, so it took a little longer than I had expected, but all good, got it all done, and now we are on the way back, we being me and the little dog in the back. She's back there somewhere. And we've had a pretty exciting week so far. So I'll just talk about that as we're driving back. The big news, I've been working to interview lots of people to see if I can find someone to replace me while I go back up to Massachusetts to Goldie's Farm North. I really don't want to leave these nursing homes with no activities, so I've interviewed a bunch of dogs and people, and I've learned that although people have really good intentions, there's no one that's committed. I can't find a volunteer. I have a lot of people that will come pretty often, but they're not reliable, and it's not their fault. It's just that everybody's really, really busy. That's just the way life is now. But I can't find anyone who can commit to 2 or 3 times a week, because we now have 3 nursing homes that want us, and it would be really a struggle to try to kind of juggle a schedule where every week I try to find who's available, and hopefully they don't cancel at the last minute. That seems to be the point where I'm at, which has been at least that's progress, but at the end of the day, it's hard to get the full commitment where somebody will do it all the time. So I met a woman who is willing. Well, she'll do it, but I'm going to hire her to do it, and that will get the commitment that I need. So she's going to be doing Goldie's FromAiken 2 or 3 days a week, depending on, maybe even 5 days a week. We'll see how Goldy'sFarmSouth goes. She has 5 dogs of her own, which is the key. She has 2 days a week off. She is very passionate about what Goldie's Farm does, and her name is Angela. And I'm going to meet her 5 dogs on Saturday morning. And then she and I was planning on leaving this week, but I'm staying so that she's going to be doing the visits on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we're going to be doing the visits together this Monday and Wednesday. So that's gives me a lot of hope. We'll see how it goes. My fingers are definitely crossed. She would be able to come to my house and pick up the chickens. I have someone who would take care of the chickens in my absence, so that's good. And I'm putting in a whole new chicken paddock. Well, it's going to be more than a chicken paddock. It's going to be the Goldie's Farm paddock, so that all little things, including pigs and goats or wherever else ends up down here, will have its own paddock that has wire fencing. It's a big paddock. They can have lots of areas to run and roam, and we'll go into an area in the barn where the piggy is now and the chickens are. So they'll have lots of comfortable accommodations here, even in my absence. So that plan is in place. So I'm not leaving this week. I'm leaving on Thursday because we have jobs on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I'll be working with her over the weekend to do a test on each one of her dogs, and then we're going to see how it goes. So very excited about that. And yeah, so beyond that, it was very challenging to try to, I was supposed to have someone that was going to come and meet me on Tuesday at Tuesday's job, but she canceled on Tuesday morning because something came up. And when you have a job, a paying job, people don't cancel. But when you're a volunteer, I've learned that it happens a lot, because people that volunteer juggle a lot of things. It's not their fault, and I'm not critical of volunteers, always thankful for them, but volunteering is something that's an added bonus to very busy lives. And when things go wrong, that's the first thing that they have to compromise on. So having a person that is, she understands the importance of what we do and that she needs to show up. So that's good. Okay, so now we are just about to turn into the driveway. That wasn't too bad. I was so stressed that I was not going to make it back in time, but we're all good. Driving in now. And so now I can look at the actual camera. So that's good. And what else? We did a job, so yesterday I brought Piggy, and he was so good. I forgot to post the pictures this morning, but Piggy was so good. I had him off leash, and he was, actually I'm going to go over this way. He just kind of followed me around, and we wandered around, and it went really well. And then when the woman canceled, I immediately called Carol, who's been fairly reliable, and she showed up she jumped in the car and brought her dog down. And so we got to use Carol's dog at the last minute, and that dog is still in training, doing really well. So the people there were excited to meet a new dog, and Carol really enjoys doing the job. Carol is actually a dressage judge for people that know horse stuff. She judges dressage and a couple other things. Very interesting woman. She goes all over the country doing that. So she is 100% on board until she has to fly someplace to, it's very bumpy. We're coming in the back driveway. It's very bumpy. Until she has to go do some judging. So that's where she's at. So that was good. Then today we worked on paddocks, we being the construction crew, putting in the new paddock. And then I returned the machine. So getting ready for tomorrow. So tomorrow is finishing up on the 2 grants that I've been working on. I spent all day yesterday when I got back from the nursing home, it's Aiken Rehab. It's a nursing home on Richmond Road. I got back from there. I spent all afternoon up until 8:30 at night working on one application. There was 9 questions, and each one of the questions was 300 or 400 words long, and I have one left. But it takes a lot of thought, so I write it, and then I think about it, and then I rewrite a few things, and then once I'm all done, what I've done is I put it into Chat GPT. Is that right? Yeah. The AI, not A1, AI. And AI goes through and it gives me a suggestion on how to rewrite it to make it sound better. And I have to say, for the most part, my money's on AI. So then I cut and paste and I put it all back together and I put it into that question. I move on to the next one. And at the same time, I'm taking all of the questions and my answers to the questions and putting it into a template, because one of the other things, now I'm on my fourth grant. So, because from what everybody tells me, the likelihood of getting grants is very low. So my strategy has been to cast a big net and just keep hammering it away at it. We have some big capital expenses coming up, one being we need to invest in a new van because, as many people have recognized, jamming 3 dogs and a rabbit and carriages and everything else into a little tiny car is just not working anymore. And bringing 2 cars, and yeah, we've heard that story. So we're going to invest in a van, but I'm trying to get some money for that. Also, one of the grants I'm applying for is so that we can get some money to help us do more jobs in the inner city in Boston. So that would be good. And these are all, for the most part, they're small grants. Like the Boston grant is $2,500 to go to. We already have a couple, 2 different Boston nursing homes, like inner city nursing homes, on our schedule, and one's in May and one's in June. So just to offset those expenses, because those are much more expensive, not just because the gas is more expensive, because it takes us an hour to get there, and that means the paid staff that's getting paid at their hourly rate, it's an hour there and an hour back. So, and then when we do that job in Boston, the Sherrill House, we're typically there for 3 hours. So running the numbers, and we bring lots of people, running 4 or 5 people, it gets up there. So that would be helpful if we could get a $2,500 grant to do that. So yes, so I'm making great progress on the grants. And so I now have this template, so when I apply for grants and they ask us, the most common thing that they want to know is not only what we do and why it's important, but the impact of what we do on the community we serve, our target demographic. That is the most frequent question, and we have some really good answers to it. And I've got it all organized, so I can just cut and paste, and makes the whole process a lot easier. So I've been doing that, and life up on the farm's ticking away. Elizabeth is, Judy is stuck in Hawaii. I know, doesn't that sound terrible? Poor Judy, she's stuck in Hawaii. But Judy, she is retired from the airline, so that is, she goes on free, she gets free flights or something, so she always is standby. And because of all of everything that's happening in the world and travel and the and everything else, the airlines are all screwed up. So she got to Hawaii, no problem getting home. It's been 2 or 3 days. She's been trying to get on a flight, and she hasn't been successful. We have to remember that Judy, I don't want to give her age away, because that's probably something that she would not like me to do, but she is, she is a retired person of age, and we are so thankful to have her. She's been with Service Dog Project and Carlene for 10 years, and she's well beyond retirement age. She looks fantastic. She's a great person. She loves what we do. She's been instrumental in helping us launch Goldie's Farm. So if Judy needs to take time off to go visit her family, I know she had family trouble, or whatever she wants to do, we try to accommodate it, because we're so grateful that she's still with us. And so she's in Hawaii. Every day she calls me or tells me, I'm so sorry I'm not home, and I'm like, no, we're fine. We just appreciate when we have Judy on the farm. And I know it's coming summer, so we'll have her a lot, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, I think that's all I've got going on. So we've had jobs all week. Elizabeth has been going, and she goes with Larky and Bunnies, and I know she had Carol with her, and so that's all good. I got a call today from a woman as I'm picking up a piece of equipment this morning. I guess the goat got his head caught in the hay net. And everybody knows how much I love goats. Not a big fan of goats. They're cute and cuddly when they're little, but as soon as they start eating grain, they will pummel you to get to the grain. They're so food oriented. She was concerned that the poor goat had his head caught in a hay net, and my reaction was like, well, He's probably just sitting there eating the hay because they're such pigs. But I was able to call Justin, and Justin ran over and got the hay. I don't even know, but Justin is programmed that when I call him with a problem, if it gets resolved, he doesn't have to call me back. If he needs more input on how to solve the problem, he calls me back, because I call him regularly on problems. The most frequent problem is my mother, despite the fact that she has her little device thingy, the life alert, that if she presses the life alert, the ambulance shows up. Despite the fact that it's now bubble wrapped, so it's more difficult for her to accidentally press it, it goes off all the time. And we have to quickly intercept the fire trucks and the police from coming to the property, which for the most part we've been successful doing. But when it goes off, I don't know whether it's a emergency or not, and to try to intercept the fire trucks and the police, so I have to confirm that first. So we have it programmed that Justin, if I don't hear back from him within, I'll talk to him if I don't hear back from him within 5 minutes, we're good. And also when the signal goes to the town, they have a two-way, they can potentially have a two-way conversation with my mother. So usually what happens when Justin walks in is the dispatcher is live in the room with my mother, and they are saying, "Are you okay? Do we need to send somebody?" So they just say no. Anyways, that's more detail on that. So I think that's all. I'm going to turn the camera around now and stop talking and get out of the car, and we'll go find Mr. Piggy, see what's happening on the farm since I left. Come on, Wanda. All right, I'm going to turn this around. Wanda, come on, Wanda. Get the princess out of the car. Wanda. Here she is. I always fear that I forget her. Come on, Wanda, get down. Look at how agile she is for a little old lady. All right, find the animals wherever we left them. Piggy is now like 100% on his own. There we go. One thing I have learned about Piggy, I've always got to shut my doors. Piggy went in through the back doors today, went into the kitchen, knocked over the recycling, and then he was covered with mud because there's the sprinkler system. Sprinkle water, they make a little puddle every single day. There's a wet spot from the sprinkler systems, which is now Piggy's favorite place to go. It's probably dried up today. See, there's right here. There's a little puddle right here. That's Piggy's. That's from the sprinkler system. And you'll see Piggy likes to hang out in this area. And so he left his mud pile, went right into my house, and knocked over the recycling, and then went along the kitchen wall when he was all muddy, scratching. I have little spots. The whole wall was covered with mud. I walked in and I'm like, I couldn't understand what happened. Like, why is the wall covered with mud? And then I could tell there was like spots where he itched his butt a little bit more. So I spent the afternoon cleaning off the wall, and so we'll go find Piggy now because he's a bad Piggy. So I got the whole thing cleaned up, and now I'm checked. And Piggy. Okay, he didn't get into much good. I have the electrician was here earlier today, and he must have left the door open. And there he is, Mr. Piggy. Piggy, are you a bad Piggy? Yes, he is a bad Piggy. What have you done today? Nothing. Yes, so he needs a grape. So, and then there's the chickens here. There's one chicken here. Where's the other lady? Okay, and I was painting in here, so Piggy did not get in there. That's good. We're missing a chicken. She's probably in the, okay. Oh, I hear her. She's out the back. I hear the other chicken. Yeah, so I spend most of my days wandering around looking for either the pig or the chicken, but I hear her. Oh, there she is. Hello, lovely lady. Are you ready for dinner? Lovely lady. Yeah, Piggy's definitely ready for dinner. So, and then we have the horses who are also ready for dinner up here. up there, Chester and Sunshine. So here's the new paddock. So the new paddock is going to be wire to the bottom, so that the whole fence will be wire, and it will be able to hold a chicken. It'll be able to hold a small pig. It'll be able to hold mini horses and mini donkeys, and it's big and spacious and inviting. So you'll see all of the posts that are going in. It goes way down to over in that area, and then yeah. So that's the whole plan, and I think that they'll be very happy here. So this is designated for like Goldie's Farm space. So when I come down here next winter, I will be bringing some of the mini horses, and hopefully my plan, if all works well, is that everything, the chickens, the mini horses, and whatever else we need for Goldie's Farm can live. Even Sally could live out here in this area. And then at night, everything comes in here. So, and if you go in here, we have where the chickens live at night. I lock them in. And then this is where pig could live at night. This is where I'm in the process of painting. The pig can live at night here. So, and then mini horses could live here too. And if I needed, worst case scenario, this could be an extra stall. It's just kind of extra storage stuff right now. So if I needed this space for mini horses, we could use this. This is all going to be used for stuff for South Carolina animals during the winter. So the end of a master plan. That's all I got going on. All right, so I'm going to sit down here and I'm going to go through the questions. All right, I'm going to sit and let's see what we got. Oh boy. All right, lots of questions here. Hi, Janine. Hello. Just going through here. Where is Wanda? We found Wanda. Yep, let's see. Percy needs a blanket. Pigs love blankets. Yes, I've got to figure out, that's one of the next things I have to stop using Goldie's website. If you stopped using, consider giving it another try. It's been, so Linda Cloud, as many of you know as Cloud, we have refreshed the, since last week, we solved the problem with the comments. So please go out and make comments and visit the website. I'm actually also going to put a new page on the website, which is going to be photos. Maybe that's something I can get to tomorrow, depending on what else is on my plate. But I'd like to add just a gallery of photos, and so make it worth you guys to go out there and take a visit and go use the chat. It's I've been told it's been fixed. Imagine that. Needs to be used. Yes, I always call him, I call him Percy Pig. That is his name. But when Percy Pig! See, Percy Pig! Yes. But I was calling him Piggy before everybody started calling him Percy. So I'm the only one that still calls him Piggy. But I try to always say Percy Piggy because he does come to Percy. But there he is. Percy Piggy. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I have grapes for him. Let me get him some grapes. Where are the grapes? Did I bring them out here? I think I put them up in the bowl. He likes his grapes. Nope, the grapes are gone. So we'll get him some grapes. Okay, so everybody loves Judy. Yes, we are so fortunate. She's, and the thing about Judy that is so nice is the fact that she has trained all of us to be how to interact on these visits. She's the one that makes me feel like it. When I walk in there, I always say who was in here earlier? I tap into my inner Judy because I'm kind of an introvert, and going and seeing all those people is a little bit of a lot, but I just pretend I'm Judy, and I'm like, hi, nice to meet you. And then Betsy added some new pieces to that, so I now ask people's names, and engage in a little bit more of a more personal level. All right, so we're going to call Percy. Where is he? I can see him over there. I don't know how he's going to get over the... All right, so we'll come over here and we'll call him. And then you can see how good he comes, because he's a good boy. All right, we'll find out where he is. Yes, so Judy has kind of set the culture for the whole organization. Percy Pig! Percy Pig! Here he comes. Come here, Percy Pig. I don't know if you guys... He comes so fast. There's nothing cuter than a pig running. So Judy has set the culture for how all of us, and I've pushed that through when I'm training new people, is you got to be engaging with people. It's not just the dogs that they're enjoying through our visits. So, all right, here we go again. All right, he's up by the horses. Okay, Percy Pig! Percy Pig! Look at him go. Would you like a cookie? There he is. Okay, so back to the questions. Let's see. Okay, let's see. So I don't know how big this pig is going to be. It was Nick who help the goat. Okay, good. I called Justin. I didn't even know Nick was involved, but it's good that you guys were able to help the goat. So, even though I'm not a big fan of goats. So, anyways, the goat got it out of the... all right, so are there any more questions for me? Outstanding work with Percy Pig. Yes. All right, so... are there any more questions for me? See, and this pig just follows me everywhere. The other day, he went out for a walk, because there's trails right back here, and my neighbor came by with her pack of dogs, and he followed us, just like this. Come on, Percy. On a, without a leash. Her 4 dogs were all loose, and Wanda came along, and Percy came along too. He just kind of walked. He was a little slow. Come on, there we go. He just follows me. And here's it. You know what that's from? That's from Violet. Do you remember the little fluffy dog that we had for the winter up here? Violet left her mark. I find little evidence of balls in her home. And yeah, so, and he'll just keep coming. Because too far away. Come on, Piggy. Let's go. You want to go for the walk? Come on, Piggy. Oh, he's... Come on. Oh, he's going home. Okay, he's going home. Yeah, well, it's dinner. Oh, that's the problem. It's dinner time. He wants me to feed him dinner. The signal's going in and out because I'm far from the little device. So, okay. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed Mail Call, and I'm seeing Piggy. He will be home. My plan is to leave not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. So fingers crossed we'll have a good week with my new plan on Goldie's Farm South, and I will be on my way next Monday. All right. Thanks for joining. See ya.